Well, dang. This is a nice phone. Okay. A little laggy. Probably should turn down a little bit.
Hey guys, while figuring out my settings in the background here, I'm gonna come in with a voiceover intro here because I don't really give an intro in the video, and honestly, most of this episode will probably be
Yeah, that seems better. Slightly.
voiceover because that was kind of my plan as I was recording. I think I'm gonna have to change that for the next episode just because this is gonna be a really disconnected mess, I feel like, which is partially just because I'm bad at YouTube and recording and editing and commentary in general, but also just having the voiceover mentality is just not ideal, I feel like, because I don't remember most of what happens in these clips, because like this first like several hours clip, which is all going to be edited out probably because it's mostly just silent Maya and stuff. But um, that was recorded on June 26th and it's currently July 15th. So, you know, um, forgetting a lot of it, but also just mic quality. For some reason, DaVinci Resolve voiceover is not letting me use my headset mic, which to begin with is not that great quality of a mic, but it's better than my laptop mic, which is what I'm currently using because that's the only thing that DaVinci Resolve is letting me use for the voiceover for some reason. Cannot figure out why, but that's what it's letting me do. But anyways, intro to the actual video. Starting a new single player survival world. Vanilla. Although I am possibly considering adding some mods, but basically just like vanilla enhancement or vanilla light mods, whatever you want to call them. I feel like I've heard people call them those things before, but basically like I'm thinking like, logical zoom, flashback mod, things of that nature. Maybe like a gamma correction mod or something to make it easier to view like in the nether or down in dark caves for you guys. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to add any of those. I might just keep it completely vanilla. The flashback mod I do think would be nice because I do plan on doing a lot of building in this world. Because that's another thing that I haven't mentioned yet, but I do plan for this to be a forever world. I shouldn't say plan. I hope and pray for this to be a forever world. Not pray because it all falls down on me. It's my motivation and willpower, whatever you want to say, to make this a forever world. But I'm hoping for it to be one. Which, if you don't know what a forever world is, basically just, you have a world that you start in this update and then you just keep it going for years and years and update it as new updates come out, and you're just constantly adding to the world. Not necessarily like, playing every day, but like I know several people will have like a forever world that they'll like do everything they want to do and then go away for several months and then have another project idea or a new update drops or whatever, and so then they come back to their forever world. But yeah, that's the idea here. Mostly just being inspired by, Hermitcraft Season 11 is coming out right now. I've been watching a bunch of that and just other Minecraft YouTubers in general. This guy that I just started watching the other day, I shouldn't say guy, I don't want to assume. Person, YouTuber, fellow YouTuber. I don't know if I can put myself in their class, but, fellow person on this YouTube app, Nathan Prime. I just watched his 100 days of building a civilization. Oh, I forgot my stone pickaxe disappeared here. Sorry, I'm just kind of watching the gameplay in the background as I'm recording this voiceover. And I was very confused what just happened there. But yeah, I just watched his 100 days of building a diorite civilization or whatever. That was like popped up on my recommended feed. And so then I went to his channel and he had a forever world, but I think he stopped. He just mentioned that in the diorite civilization video. But yeah, I'm going through watching his series on that right now. Cool, really cool YouTuber. I don't know, I'm enjoying his stuff. So if by some miracle you have managed to find my channel and not his yet, although he's a much bigger channel, go check him out and give him some love. Because I will say, probably a big inspiration for me. I did start this process before I started watching him. I literally just started watching him yesterday on the 14th. And like I said, this clip was recorded on June 26th. So I did have the idea in my head. Not that I'm the creator of Forever World, obviously. Like I said, that's a concept way before me. You know, that's an old school thing. But yeah, anyways, just him watching him as a somewhat newer YouTuber himself, and watching what he was doing, kind of reignited the spark that was already there of me wanting to do this. But anyways, enough of that tangent. Where was I? I don't know. Most of this video is, as I said, going to be a voiceover. I do want to change that in the next episode. This is funny right here. I'm an idiot. Managed to get myself killed by the golem. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I know I have said this in previous videos. Basically, every video that I upload to the channel, I'm like, hey guys, new series. I'm going to do my best to make this one last. 2 episodes later, or not even another episode later, it's already done because I lose motivation, or I just am not happy with the result and I'm not patient enough to get better at something. And so then I just give up. But I'm going to really try on this. Like I said, just watching other YouTubers and stuff has given me the spark of inspiration once again. And then also my good friend, that I often stream and record with, channel Ultratastic Productions, Jordan, as I always call him in the videos because that's his name. But his channel is Ultratastic Productions. He's been getting really pretty regular with uploads on his channel and stuff, and watching him do that and his channel grow and stuff somewhat has been pretty inspiring too. But I really do want to make clear, I do realize that I stink at the YouTube thing, recording, commentary, editing, all as I said before, and just the motivation of continuing to make a series. So I can't make any huge promises, but I hope that this goes well, and I hope that I continue the series. I do already have several hours of progress on this world, if nothing else. Now, whether or not I continue to get that and edit it all, I don't know, but I do probably have at least another episode's worth of stuff. But that is another point that I want to bring up. For the next episode, I do want to have clearly defined goals, which is something that I've always kind of had in my head as a good idea, but that Nathan Prime guy that I was just talking about just explicitly said it in a video that I was watching in his Forever World episode 1. He was like, I want each episode to have at least 2 goals. And that keeps the video clearly structured, gives a concrete beginning and end and everything to the video. And I'm like, that's something that I've kind of loosely thought about as I watch other YouTubers. But hearing him clearly state that, I don't know, just really solidified it in my mind. And I'm like, I should do that because, for example, when I'm recording this series, I currently have 7 clips, all of at least an hour, if not more. Some of them are 2 to 3 hours. And I don't know what I'm doing in any of them. I'm just recording my gameplay and have no idea where I'm going to start or end an episode, if this is all going to be 1 episode, if I'm going to make them 2 episodes. I think it's going to be 2 episodes, basically. Not 100% sure, but yeah. I don't know. By the end of this first clip, I have the very beginnings of the house. And in the second clip, I pretty much finish the house and start a little farm. And then the third clip, I think I go mining and die a bunch of times. I don't know. One of the clips I do have a bunch of deaths that I thought was kind of funny that I was going to try to edit into a little bit of a funny-ish montage. And then I also planned on maybe making it into a short because short is definitely the new, I shouldn't say new, but the current YouTube meta. Best way to really grow a channel, as far as I can tell, is just shorts. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling here at this point. I'm going to take a break from the voiceover and probably make a jump cut in the video to once I have some more progress, which will probably be back into another voiceover unless I actually have a recorded audio clip from the past time when I'm recording.
Started reading a new book. New to me, not a new book. Been out for a while, but The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, who wrote Priory of the Orange Tree and A Day of Hollow Night. I read those a little while ago and loved them, and I saw this at Barnes & Noble a little while ago, so I picked it up. Pretty good so far. Just started the other day, and I'm 100 pages in or so. Really like the world building so far. Although I keep getting weirded out, I keep forgetting that it's set in a not very distant future, but still like modern era and somewhat future. Because I've been reading more fantasy books recently, although my last couple books I read were actually Star Wars. But outside of Star Wars, it was fantasy books, and from Samantha Shannon, Priory of Orange Tree is very fantasy. And this book kind of feels fantasy-esque because it's like London, and it seems kind of like Industrial Revolution era, but it's actually the year 2059. But then, there's also the Lamplight District. Is that where they are now? Well, they're in Oxford, old Oxford, burned down Oxford. And it's like even further back in time because they don't have like electricity there. So it makes it seem even further back in time, but really it is the year 2059. But I keep forgetting that, and so I keep thinking that it's a fantasy book, but it's not. But it still feels very fantasy because it feels like magic, but it's not even magic, it's clairvoyance, paranormal, supernatural stuff. Although it does keep reminding me of this one book that I read. I can't remember the name of it. The Spirit Bears Its Teeth by Andrew Joseph White. Not really that many similarities. The only similarity is just paranormal clairvoyance, being able to commune with the other side is really the homie. No, you'll be remembered. That's really the only similarity. But I keep getting that vibe, especially because that other book was also in England, but that actually was in like the 1800s or whatever, whenever that one's set. But that was really good too. Highly recommend. I always do this because I like that like spacing, but then I always want to have a window here, but then you can't put it there because then the door doesn't connect with the glass unless you do a full block, but I don't like having a full block glass, especially because then you still have the same problem. But I don't want to put it here because then it butts up against that. So you know what? I'm just not going to have a window on the front this time around. Two small windows there. I was thinking a chimney back on that wall. Little window there, little window there, little window there. Do I even like this? I don't know if I like this. Maybe. I need more oak for the corners. We'll also need some sand. I don't think I like this corner setup. Oh, hey. What do I want to make the ground out of? Gonna question me. Maybe andesite. I usually like the way that looks. Polished andesite, maybe. Tough could be good. Be a little annoying to get though, because you have to go all the way down to deep slate. Could be good though. I always debate with myself whether I want to just have a straight line like that for like easier farming, or if I want to try to spread it out to make like a little nice area. But I think I'm just going to put it in a line. Make a little forest later. Cave time. I have made it further in bone season since last recording. I'm now on, where is the book? Just page 138, so not that much further. Like another chapter or two. My secret but not so secret prediction is that the warden is going to turn out to be a good guy. I think that's going to be the quote unquote twist that isn't actually a twist to anybody. Could be wrong though, but that's what I believe. Is that he's going to be, you know, turn against the other refs and try to help the humans out. Not in like a really good way. He'll probably have some other ulterior motives or whatever, but he'll end up being the unlikely ally, is what I think. But yeah, still really enjoying the book so far. Julian is cool. I like him a lot. I like the main character too, Paige. Even kind of like Jackson, even though we hardly see anything from him. You know, he's only in the first like chapter or so, and barely then. But he seems cool. Certainly has Paige's respect. Same with Nick. Ow. Where'd you go? Okay. Ha, idiot. Diamonds. Really? Just one? That's tough. Where's that? Got him. Way up. How much do we think we need? It's what, like a 7 by like 9 house is what I made. So what's 7 times 9? 9 times 5 is 45, 54, 65? A little over a stack. $63. A little under stack. Oh, I didn't even see those. I was too busy mathing in my head. Probably grab some extra though, just because I like tough in general. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Don't think that. It's not bad. I don't know, pickaxe. I think honestly just tough rigs. I'm gonna make a farm. Sure did. How many uses does it have, though, to begin with? I guess it didn't tell me until after I use it once. I guess, where do I want the farm to be? I think maybe on the other side of the river, so that theoretically, Homeboy doesn't harvest it. Because I do want to build a bridge over this. I was thinking that I take this path and I lower this down a little bit make a little bridge over, and then have a farm over there maybe. I do also want to make a dock, which I think the dock would make the most sense like right here-ish, because this is the biggest part of the river near me, except for down that way. But I think it would make most sense right here. I don't know, I kind of have my sugarcane farm there. I could just do the farm here. And just you walk through the farm to get to the dock. I think that could work. I do need a shovel. Probably need more than one. Ow. I do need to make that better too. Just slam my own door in my face. These villagers, man. The gall. You know, I watch people make such beautiful farms. I don't really know how they do it, but I'm gonna try to make this into like a little bit of a terraced farm. You know, I'll put like some slabs along those blocks so that you can walk up it easily. I do, like I said, at some point I said, I think, maybe, eventually want to wall that village in. And then that way they could be free ranged. How do you make coarse dirt again? I don't have the recipe yet, apparently. Could have sworn it was like... How was I spelling it? Oh, was I spell? I don't want to talk about it. You know, same thing that I was talking about with the path. I mean, with the farm. I feel the same way about paths. They make them so pretty, and I don't know how they do it. Like, it's just dirt. How do they make it look nice? I mean, this I could fix. You know, I could just make it even. I could do that much. Yeah. And then we would have a little thing come up here and then come down through here. I could start on that bridge too. And then this isn't going to be a bridge. This will be a dock. It just kind of shoots out into the water. But no, I'm going to work on this path down to the bridge. So I want it to kind of shoot off like this. Maybe that's too much. slabs away, didn't I? Like a fool. A fool. I think I'll leave some natural stone in this. Make this a little bit more of a rocky path. Obviously, this is not going to be dirt, don't worry. Like something like this. No. Something like that. Maybe.
Surprise jump cut. Back in with the voiceover here. So this is actually clip number 5. I skipped over clip number 4 because that was mostly just me mining. As you can see, I'm up to iron tools and some iron armor now, as opposed to running around with those stone and copper tools and armor. But yeah, so I started off finding some spruce wood, and then we are going to do another little jump cut to a time lapse of me finishing the roof on the house and then working on the bridge over the river. And then I think that's where I'm going to end this episode. I'll have a little outro, but I think that's it. I do have, like I said, a 6th and 7th clip, but those are me just making a massive strip mine, getting stone and stuff, and it's just completely silent. So I don't think I'm going to include those, and we'll catch you on episode 2. But I just wanted to have a little explanation here because these are pretty much all silent clips from now on out. So I just wanted to jump back in with a little voiceover to give a little explanation. This is me finding the spruce wood, and then I grabbed some cherry wood off of that mountain that's by the base that you guys have seen, probably. And yeah, all right, so we'll just go ahead and jump to the time lapse of the house building.
All right, guys. Oh my God, I have so much stuff. This is all from that strip mine that I think I was telling you guys about in one of the previous clips. Just clean this out. But yeah, this is the outro of the video. I figured I would go ahead and give you guys a little bit more in depth of a tour, since I didn't really get a chance to show it. It was all just time lapse at the end there. So I just wanted to give a little bit of a tour, an outro, and some loose goals for next episode. But yeah, so this is the house. Yeah, chop down that spruce tree. It's a little ugly, but hopefully you guys like the house. I think I'm pretty happy with it, especially from this view. Leaves a little bit to be desired over here. It's pretty flat. I need to add some stuff over here, chop down these trees as well, make a more designated farming area of trees. How do I have this on the front? I don't think that's the same. No, maybe it is. No, it's not. These need to go. They become birch planks. Birch logs. But yeah, also, yeah, that strip mine that I'm talking about is just right over there. I guess I can show it to you guys real quick. It's not really that important. It's just a giant thing that I was doing to get stone, basically. Just goes down like this. It's 3x3. And it goes down a little bit slower than just like a, straight staircase. I was gonna add like a mining entrance here. What are you looking at, bro? No, too high. Go grab those birch logs. But yeah, so I think this is definitely the best view of the house. This right here. You get the chimney there, nice roof. You get the little awning there. These cute little fences with the lanterns. The bridge, I don't know how I feel about the bridge. I don't think I'm going to change it. I'm probably just going to leave this how it is. I don't know if I'm super, super happy with it. It's fine. It's not the best thing in the world, but, it gets the job done. The farm down here, pretty happy with the farm. Gonna need to make a dock like I've been talking about. But yeah, so that's the tour. Loose goals for next episode. I definitely want to make an enchanting setup, even though I only have 11 levels right now because I kind of died a lot. There's probably going to be a shortcoming out of that. But yeah, so probably make like an enchanting tower. I feel like that's pretty cliche, but I like to have those. Maybe like on that hill right here, maybe. I haven't actually decided yet, but I'm thinking that might be cool. I just saw that there, and I feel like, just have the path kind of come down, shoot off over that way. That could be nice. I did also, I think I cut that clip out, but I am also thinking about a second bridge over that. I don't know if that'll be next episode or not. Possibly get more geared. I don't know. I've done a decent amount of mining. I didn't show any of it, but I mean, I do have 11 diamonds now. I have a decent amount of iron, some copper, gold. I do also want to set up villagers. I did not show that clip, but let me grab my horse because we do have another portal. Did I show that clip? No, I don't think I did. This is not my horse. Horse. What direction was it? I think it was this way. I was debating with myself on whether or not to build a portal at home or not. Because then I always want to make the portal pretty. But, like, I feel like if I just leave it over here, then I could just kind of make a path out to it, and then it's kind of out away from everything. I don't know. I may build a portal closer to home, but the point is that next episode I might want to start working on some villagers, because I had set myself the goal. I think I cut that clip out, but I talked about it previously. Can't remember if I left it in the episode or not, but my goal was that I wasn't going to work on villagers until I got to the Nether to get the Jesus Christ. I can't talk and do this. Get the necessary components for like brewing and stuff so that I could get brewing and, conversion for the villagers. So, I don't know, maybe I won't do that next episode. Next episode will only be episode 2. I keep forgetting about that. And I don't want to rush anything in this world. This is, like I said, supposed to be a forever world. So, I don't want to rush anything. Yeah, it's a pretty dismal... Oh! Run away! Let me back through. Let me back through. Let me back through. Not a great spawn. Can I feed you on your back? That didn't heal you. It just made you feisty. Um, Not a great spawn there. I did get a dried ghast, however. I don't remember what I did with it. It's got to be back in one of my chests at home. But I did get that. That's like the only good thing out of that spawn. Um, Otherwise, we're in a soul sand valley up on a platform that is going to be hard to get down from. So, you know what? Maybe I will make a portal closer to home and hope that I get a better spawn. I don't know. But what was I saying? Villagers. Um, Maybe that'll be an episode 3 thing. Right, because I don't want to take anything too fast in this world. Um, so maybe I'll hold off a second on that. But yeah. And the other thing that I was going to say about this world is that I do possibly plan on trying to get all the advancements. You know, like 100% the game, because I've never once done that before. Can you like zoom out on this? No. The screen's kind of annoying. Um, like I don't even know what most of these advancements are. Like I have never once crafted a brush since that thing has been out. Um, I've never used smithing templates, uh, or what are these? Trims. I've never used trims. I don't think I've even really made netherite armor, to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever made it that far in a world. I've never made a crafter before, you know, I never really used crossbows. I've definitely gotten this advancement before just by like picking one up off a pillager and stuff. Never made a copper lightning rod. Um, never used the spyglass. Never been to a pale forest yet. Um, I still haven't been to a trial chamber, you know. But yeah, anyways, um, don't laugh at me down there. Uh, no, he wasn't laughing at me. Nothing. I'm just talking to myself, doing the outro for the video right now. Um, no, all good, all good. Um, but yeah, so you know, a lot of these advancements I've never done before. So with this being a forever world, that I figured that could be a good way of keeping myself interested in the world. Um, just trying to get all the advancements, but also I do just plan on making a lot of builds and stuff. That was the other thing that I wanted to say. I do plan on walling this whole thing in, this whole village in. I did just make a creative copy of this world. So I think at some point in the next episode, I'm going to jump over to that creative copy and like fly up in the air. And then I was thinking like maybe just take a screenshot and then like in Photoshop draw things out. Um, but like I do want a wall all the way around this village so that we can just let the villagers roam around without having to worry about them dying. Which I guess you don't really need a wall for that. You could just make sure things are very well lit and stuff. But, you know, debating on that. But I do think I'm going to go for the wall because that's the other thing that I plan on. This is just the starter base, the starter house, you know. But I do eventually want to make a larger house. I don't necessarily want to say mega build. I don't think I'm on that level. I don't think I'm on that hermitcraft level. Um, but I do want to make like a manor where like I am, you know, kind of make this medieval themed ish. The villagers broke my crops down there. But like make this like a medieval like village hamlet type thing where like I'll be the manor or the lord in a manor like up on the hill or something over there, and then you know I'm the lord of this village where like we'll have our workers and stuff. And I want to convert all these houses. I'll leave them for now, but slowly over time like tear down this house and rebuild it like custom. And like this will be like the butcher's house, that'll be like the leather worker's house, that'll be the blacksmith's house, that'll be like the stonemason house, that'll be the church. Have like an infirmary, have like a library, have like a stable hand with like horses and stuff, you know, because that'd be another thing that I could do. I don't think that's an advancement, but like something that I've never done is breed up a perfect horse. um, what do they call it, a one stick horse or whatever. Um, but like that could be cool. But I don't know. These are all like super super future plans. Um, Next episode, I think just the enchanting tower is going to be my main goal. So with that, I will leave you with this beautiful sunset and the progress that we have made. And I will see you guys in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did. Make sure to leave your comments and suggestions below as well. Like I said, I'm going to need things to keep me interested in this world. So if you have any suggestions, definitely leave them in the comments. And see you guys next time. Bye.